Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 37 of the Cleveland Indians franchise here on MLB The Show 21 for the PlayStation 5. And today, the Cleveland Indians start the last month of the season, the month of September, as they are in a prime position to potentially make the playoffs. Starting off with a road series against Kansas City today. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Brad Keller makes his 26th start of the season for Kansas City, and Ahmed Rosario will lead off for Cleveland, who has hit a lot better on the road so far this season. 282 average, 268 on the season, and this game is underway. 3-2 count to Rosario, and he will start off the day with a full count chopper over to the second baseman Lopez, who throws him out to begin. Take a look at Cleveland's lineup today. Remember, no Jose Ramirez in the lineup. He is currently injured, and we won't see Franmil Reyes either, as he is getting the day off. But Josh Naylor will be in the 2 spot. He is the leader of the Indians currently in the lineup in average, followed by Eddie Rosario, Jordan Luplow, Andres Jimenez, Yu Chang now at third, Tyler Freeman at second, Austin Hedges the DH, and Roberto Perez the catcher. Josh Naylor will look at a strike 3 called on the corner. That is a changeup that nipped the zone. Bringing up Eddie Rosario, who currently has an 812 OPS, 4th on the Indians. He's been a solid pickup on a 1-year deal from Minnesota. Take a 1-1 count, fastball right up the middle into center field. There's a 2-out hit for Cleveland. Bringing up Jordan Luplow, who gets a full count pitch and makes perfect contact to left field off of the top of the wall. And just like that, Cleveland has a lead in this one thanks to Jordan Luplow's 22nd home run of the season, by far a career high, as it puts the Indians up 2-0 here in the first frame. Andres Jimenez up next, 2-2 to him. He hits a chopper up the middle. That is Mondesi to his left. Nice throw gets the speedy Jimenez, but Cleveland gets 2 in the top of the first. That's 2 runs support for Tristan McKenzie, the flame-throwing right-hander who has not had that good of a season. ERA has sat basically at 5 for most of the year. Hopefully these 2 run supports can help him, as Alberto Mondesi, who made the final out, will lead off for Kansas City. 2-0-2 Mondesi, who gets a fastball, pops it up into shallow left, and there is Jimenez over there to make out number 1. We'll take a look at Kansas City lineup. Now next up will be Lopez, the second baseman, followed by Whit Merrifield, Jorge Soler in right, Hunter Dozier at third, Ryan O'Hearn in left, Ryan McBroom the first baseman, Salvador Perez is your catcher, and Bubba Starling is your center fielder. Kansas City Royals have 138 home runs on the season. That's one of the lower teams in the American League, and they're already down 2 runs, so they might need a long ball today. Nicky Lopez will take the second batter into left field, bringing up Whit Merrifield, who has been swinging a white-hot bat on his 7-game hitting streak, 452 average in that span. 1-0 pitch, and he's going to have an 8-game hitting streak as that average continues to climb, with a base hit into center field. That brings up the right fielder Jorge Soler. 0-2 pitch, looks at a curveball that gets the zone. McKenzie gets his first strikeout of the day. Next up is Hunter Dozier, who is also swinging a hot bat for Kansas City. He's hitting .389 in his last 5 games. So Merrifield and Dozier have been the key batters for Kansas City. He got a full count to Dozier, and he makes nice contact on a fastball to center, but it's not deep enough. Caught out there by Rosario. Let's go top 3 now. Here is Ahmed. He's at the plate, who just made the out in the first, and he is thrown out on a close play at first. Mondesi, almost a repeat of that first inning out. Next up, Naylor gets a fastball inside. He turns on it nicely into right center, so a 1-out hit for Cleveland. Brings up Eddie Rosario, who gets a 2-1 fastball. He will pop this up into left center. Gets a lot of air underneath it, but nobody comes down with it. Starling, I thought that was an easy out. He misses it, and that is a double, I guess, for Rosario. They are going to count it a double. I would have probably called that an E8. Nonetheless, runners on second and third, 1 out for Luplow as he hits this one into right. Soler does grab this one, but it allows the run on third to come home. Cleveland now takes a 3-0 lead on the sac fly. Jimenez up next, 2-1, chopper to the left side of the infield. This is a tough play for Mondesi, and Jimenez will beat out the throw, which means another run will score. Cleveland now up 4-0. Yu Chang, the third baseman today, gets a nice slider up next, 2-2, hammers this one to left center, and is going to get down up against the wall. Jimenez, with his speed, was going from the jump. He gets in for a score. Yu Chang is thrown out at third, but Cleveland takes a 5-0 lead here in the top of the third. We're going to go bottom 4 to see if Kansas City and their heart of their lineup have any sort of answer is Whit Merrifield. Does what he's done a lot recently in the past 7 games, and that's get base hits. That'll put a runner on first. Merrifield's 140th hit of the season. Jorge Soler up next. High curveball. He doesn't swing, but Merrifield was taken off. So that is a stolen second base for him. Puts a runner in scoring position, but Soler will end that bat with a strikeout. That's McKenzie's 5th so far today. And then Hunter Dozier up next. Pops it up right to Jimenez at short. Barely had to move at all. And that is out number 2. How about Ryan O'Hearn? Can he bring the runner in? No, sharp line drive right at Jimenez. No runs in the bottom of the 4th for Kansas City. We'll stick with them for the bottom of the 5th as McBroom leads off with a single up the middle. I'll bring up the catcher, Salvador Perez. 2-2 to Perez. He waits on the curveball, hits it to right center. Rosario's trying to get there, and he misses this one. So that is just like Starling's play, another missed catch. They're going to rule that one a double as well. I would have called that an E8 as well. So just like Cleveland, runners on 2nd and 3rd for Kansas City. However, there is a big-time strikeout by McKenzie, his 6th, bringing up the top of the order. Mondesi, 2-1, hits this one into right field. This one will indeed be caught by Luplow. However, the runners will tag, and Kansas City gets their first run of the ballgame. Nicky Lopez's turn, 3-2 count. He pops it up into center, so Kansas City will only get one here in the 5th, but they do cut the lead now to 4. Going to go to the top of the 6th with Cleveland. Jacob Junis will take the mound for Kansas City, making his 49th appearance of the season as Keller goes 5 innings. Andres Jimenez will lead us off here for Cleveland. 1 for 2 so far on the day. Does have that RBI single we saw back in the 3rd. He gets an 0-2 fastball, turns on it, puts it in the gap. You know, Jimenez's speed, he's already at second base. He's going to take 3rd, and Jimenez has a triple to begin the 6th inning. So Yu Chang, all he needs is the base hit or a fly into right field, and that'll bring home Jimenez. Nice catch by Soler, but with ease, Jimenez will score for run number 6, and Cleveland gets that one right back. How about Tyler Freeman, 0 for 2 on the day, struggling this season, makes perfect contact on a changeup, and this will turn your fortunes. A solo home run into the bullpen in left field. Tyler Freeman, his 3rd career home run, .399, is another run for Cleveland. As Jacob Junis comes into this game and is not faring so well, Cleveland extends their lead here. How about Austin Hedges, another batter who struggled? Can he get on base? He does. He draws a 5-pitch walk. Bringing up Roberto Perez. 2-2 to Perez. He will look at it. Strike 3 fastball down on the bottom is called for an out. So that takes us to the top of the lineup. Rosario with 2 outs will flare it into right. But Cleveland sitting here with a 7-1 lead, which they will turn over to Cal Quantrill, who is one of the recent call-ups of September after a short stint at AAA. Stay bottom of the 6th with Merrifield up first, and he records a rare out recently. Cannot connect on the high slider. Soler up next. 2-2 to Soler. He cannot connect on the low changeup. So that's 2 quick outs here for Cal Quantrill in the 6th. Brings up Hunter Dozier. 1-1 Dozier. He does connect on a slider out of the zone. He will hit that one up the middle for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Kansas City. We'll see if that can spark something. Ryan Hurd up next. Full count. So Dozier was going, and this one's in the gap, and it's trouble. Dozier on his horse will round 3rd, get home, and O'Hearn has an RBI double, making it 7-2 now for Cleveland on O'Hearn's 3rd double of the season. How about Ryan McBroom up next? He's going to hit a base hit up the middle as well. O'Hearn's got some speed. He's going to come home, and the throw is offline. Kansas City with another run, chipping into this lead, now down by 4. Salvador Perez, can he add to it? He's going to hit a hard one to right. However, Luplow does catch it. But it's 7-3 now, Cleveland. Jesse Hahn will come in later in this one, making his 52nd appearance of the season, trying to hold this lead so Kansas City can rally. He'll start off the top of the 8th with Jimenez going down on strikes, cannot connect on the high cheese, which brings up Yu Chang. Yu Chang will draw the full count walk. He'll take first base, which means Tyler Freeman will step back up to the dish, looking to bounce off that home run. He also draws a full count walk, so Jesse Hahn with some control issues. Now Austin Hedges swings wildly on a slider, so that'll be out number 2. That brings up Roberto Perez. 3-1 to Perez. He gets a nice hit right up the middle. That one's going to score a run. A runner comes around in Freeman goes to third. It's now 8-3 Cleveland, getting back up by 5. Top of the lineup, Rosario, chopper to the left side of the infield. This one will be played, thrown out at second. But it's 8-3 Cleveland, and we're going to stay with them in the ninth. And Greg Holland making his 68th appearance of the season, looking to hold whatever rally there is here by Cleveland. He'll start off with Josh Naylor, who gets a high curveball, and he hits it deep to right center, however not deep enough, as Starling has that one. Eddie Rosario up next, 0-2 fastball. This one's also popped up. This one, though, to straightaway center field. It's actually got some carry, and it hits off of the top of the wall. That is a home run for Rosario, his 20th home run of the season. That is run number 9 for Cleveland. In the ninth inning, they extend their lead by 6, and you can tell by the body language, Kansas City is out of this ball game, and they do indeed lose 9-3 here to start off the month of September. Tristan McKenzie gets the win. Nice offensive performance by the Indians, picking up the win. Kansas City also had a pretty solid offensive performance. They just couldn't bring home runs, as they actually had 11 hits, but only 3 runs to show for it. McKenzie is the winning pitcher. Keller gets the loss, and player of the game will go to Eddie Rosario, his 3-for-5 day. A home run, a double, and a single, just a triple shy of the cycle. In Game 3, Kansas City does blow us out, though, 9-1. Hunter Dozier, 3-for-5, a home run, and 3 RBIs for Kansas City, while Aaron Hicks got rocked. 4 earned runs given up in only 2/3 of an inning pitched. So that'll take us to the second half of the episode, as we will travel to Fenway Park in a very critical series against a Red Sox squad that sits 72-64 and also the hunt for an AL wildcard spot. Boston, as you can see on the standings, is coming off of a split of a 4-game series against the Rays, another wildcard spot. So this series has plenty of implications going into the final month. Eduardo Rodriguez is on the mound for Boston, a 3.83 ERA, and Zach Plesac is on the mound for Cleveland. Take a look at both lineups. Reyes back in the lineup for Cleveland. You can take a look at Red Sox lineup. A lot of hot hitters at the top, a lot of all-stars. Rafael Devers, who is also tied for first in the American League in home runs with Franmil Reyes, and Bogarts and JD Martinez, also all-stars. We'll go to the bottom of the second with the aforementioned Martinez, and he will get a solo bomb over the Green Monster here in the bottom of the second. And that'll be the first runs of the ball game. JD Martinez, his 33rd home run of the season, is a moonshot. That puts the Boston crowd up very happy, 1-0 here in the early frames of this one. Also the first hit of the day. Next batter up, Christian Vasquez, the catcher. 2-0 hit is right up the middle for another base hit, so Vasquez will take first base. That brings up the former Ranger Danny Santana, the right fielder today, and he will go down on strikes on the high fastball for out number 1. Bobby Dahlbeck up next, 231 average on the season. 0-2 hits this one deep into the gap. Or fortunately for us, this one does bounce over the wall. That one could have been trouble. But it is a ground rule double, so Plesac's going to have his work cut out for him. He does get the former Dodger Hernandez to go down swinging. So 2 outs now for Christian Arroyo, and he hits a blooper into right field, and it cannot be caught. Nice effort by Jordan Luplow, but 2 runs do score, and Boston's now up 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. Back to the top of the lineup, Alex Verdugo, the key man in that Mookie Betts trade, will pop it up into left. That'll be out number 3, but Boston puts up a 3 spot. Top of the third with Cleveland to see if they have some sort of answer. Roberto Perez takes a 2-0 pitch, and that one gets over for a ground rule double in right, his 9th of the season. That brings up the DH, Austin Hedges, and he will hit this one straight away to center, and he records the first out of the inning. But it does bring us to the top of the lineup in Ahmed Rosario. 1-2 gets jammed on a fastball. That'll be out number 2. Next up will be Josh Naylor, as that ball is going all over the infield. No runners advance. 1-1-2 Naylor. He gets a hold of a nice cutter. Hits this one to right field. Is heading for the bullpens, and it clears the wall. The short wall out there in right plays to Naylor's favor. He hits a 2-run shot, his 13th of the season. And just like that, the road team now down by 1 run by a score of 3-2. Franmil Reyes up next. He gets a full count, and he hits it to his fellow center fielder today for out number 3, and that'll end the top of the third. We're going to go all the way to the 6th now. No runs in this game. Naylor's back up in the dish, though, and he will get another base hit, this time a fastball right over the heart of the plate. So leadoff single for Cleveland. Franmil Reyes up next. He will connect on the first pitch he sees into center field. Naylor's going to be aggressive. He's going to go all the way to third, and he will slide in safely. So Cleveland with a nice chance to tie it up here. Rosario up next, hits it in the gap. This one's going to tie it up, and it might be more. All the way to the wall. Reyes on third. He's going to round and go home. The throw is not in time. Cleveland takes a 4-3 lead here in the sixth thanks to some clutch hitting by Rosario. Still nobody out. That will do it for Rodriguez. And in comes Garrett Whitlock looking to shut the door on this Cleveland rally. Hold the deficit now at 1. And he does just that. He gets the next 3 of the next 4 batters to go down. And it is a 4-3 lead for Cleveland after 6. How about bottom of the 6th? Rafael Devers, the powerful man, will step up to the plate. 0-2 for 2 on the day. First pitch he sees in the 6th is blasted to right, and with one swing of the bat in the next half inning, Boston ties it up again, 4-4, his 37th home run of the season. That puts him in sole possession of first place over the Cleveland Indian Reyes, who has 36. We're all tied up at 4 here. A great game developing at Fenway Park, and Zach Plesac will stay on the mound. Xander Bogaerts up next, 1-0 pitch. He will dribble it to the third baseman, Ahmed, who is playing over there today. He will record out number 1. JD Martinez, who also has a home run today. He gets a 1-0 pitch, pops it up to right field. Luplow has out number 2. Zach Plesac starting to settle down pretty nicely. 1-2 to Vasquez, gets in the chop to Naylor at first. So 1-2-3 after that home run, but we're back to square 1. Scott Alexander will come in into the next inning. Remember, he was acquired at the trade deadline in the Cesar Hernandez deal. His first batter is Arroyo, and he gets him down on 3 pitches. Slider inside for the out. Takes us to the top of the lineup and a couple of lefties. Alex Verdugo, the first one, will hit this one right at the center fielder. And Rafael Devers up next. First pitch swing, and hits it deep to center. Does he have another home run? He does not. That is not a home run. Inches shy, they say. Just a 2-out double, as I don't know what's going over at third base. A very weird play. But Devers, mere inches away. Instead, he has to settle for a double. We're actually going to take another look at this one. You can see this ball hit to the deepest part of the park and just misses a home run. I think a couple more inches that would have bounced over. Nonetheless, still 4-4. They're actually going to take out Scott Alexander as we start to get to some righties. And it's Cal Quantrill again. Did not fare so good against Kansas City. He's going up against Bogaerts, and he doesn't fare any better. This one hit into left field. Devers will score. Bogaerts tries to take second. He is thrown out to end the inning. But more importantly, Boston gets that 1-run lead back. Into the 9th inning we go. Josh Taylor will take the mound, perfect on the season. 21 for 21. Looking to make it 22 for 22, but Perez will start us off with a single up the middle into center. He is the tying run. Austin Hedges up next, full count, gets a nice timing on a fastball. However, he just has no luck hitting the baseball. That is out number 1. Ahmed Rosario now up at the dish, 1-1 to him. He slaps a late fastball into right. That one's going to get down. Perez on his horse going to third, and he gets in there safely. So the tying run only 90 feet away for Josh Naylor. 2 for 4 on the day. He's going to hit this one to center. This one's going to be deep enough. Perez will tag, and Cleveland ties us up at 5. So Josh Taylor with his first blown save of the year comes against Cleveland. And he's still got to get out of this inning. Fortunately for us, he does. Reyes pops this one up into foul territory, which means we're all knotted up at 5 in the bottom of the 9th. Cal Quantrill will stay in the game for Cleveland. An interesting call, but he does get Martinez swinging. That's the first out of the inning. Christian Vasquez up next. Grounder up the middle. It's played by Jimenez and thrown out for out number 2. How about Danny Santana? But before we get there, Jordan Hicks will come in. Quantrill's getting a little tired. Remember, Hicks gave up a lot of runs to Kansas City. His first batter, Santana, hits this one down the line and into the corner. That'll be a double as he does get into second base. And Hicks, is he going to blow another one here? Bobby Dahlbeck, first pitch to him. He grounds it this time. Naylor can field it. And we will go into extras here at Fenway Park. Top of the 10th, so that means there is the extra innings runner rule. It would be Reyes, but we are going to pinch run Bradley Zimmer for him. And Harold Ramirez will step up to the plate. He came in earlier for a pinch run on Eddie Rosario. So a couple of relievers or bench players coming in, and Ramirez is actually hit. Taylor hits the batter, puts runners now on first and second, nobody outs. And Jordan Lupolo up next hits this one into right field, and it gets down. So just like that, bases loaded, nobody out, and a lot of trouble is Boston. So they're going to turn it over to Matt Barnes to try to get them out of this one. 5.84 ERA on the season, not who you think you would want. But Owen Miller pops up a curveball right down the middle. So now a double play does end the inning. So can Boston get out of this jam? Jimenez up next. 0-1, turns on a fastball to left. That will be deep enough. Runner will tag from third, and he is going to get in there with ease. Cleveland takes that run 6-5 thanks to the sac fly. Can they get more runs? They cannot. Perez will hit this one over to the first baseman. He will be thrown out at first. So now we got a one-run lead for our closer and all-star, James Karinchak. He's looking for save number 38 on the season. He does have that runner on second base, but he does get Kike Hernandez to pop up into foul territory for out number 1. After this out, Boston did decide to pinch run Franchy Cordero at second to get a little bit more speed. However, Christian Arroyo will strike out on a pitch in the dirt, and Perez with a heads-up play throws out the runner at third. So now the winning or the tying run is all the way at first base, but Karinchak has both hands on his back. He will have to come out of this game. We're going to turn it over to the veteran Oliver Perez, who is signed at the end of July, to get this save. He just needs 1 out, but it is the top of the lineup, and fortunately for us, it is a lefty, and Alex Verdugo couldn't have timed this lefty-lefty matchup any better. First pitch to Verdugo is a grounder to the shortstop. Miller throws it to second, and Cleveland does have the win in a wild game here at Fenway by a score of 6-5. It took 10 innings, but Cleveland picks up a crucial victory down the stretch in this wild card race. Boston can't believe it. Alex Cora and company is upset, but 6 runs on 13 hits is enough for Cleveland. Winning pitcher is Hicks. Taylor gets the loss, and Perez gets save number 1 on the season. Josh Naylor will be player of the game for this one, 2 for 4 with a home run. Nets him those honors. And we put together a very solid game. And also some more good news, James Karinchak only going to miss a couple of days with back stiffness. He'll be good for the next home series. But in Game 2, we do win 3-2 as both teams score in the 9th inning. So without our closer, we almost blew it. And it was Aaron Hicks again giving up a late run. But we do pick up the win in Game 2, and then we blow out Boston in Game 3, get the Broomsticks out with authority by a final score of 15-3. So that's a big win for us in the wild card race. Unfortunately, all the other teams, minus the Red Sox, picked up wins in a row. So not much change in the wild card race, but next episode we have a couple of big series at home. The AL Central leading Twins in 4, and the NL Central leading Milwaukee Brewers in 3. So playoff race is heating up down the stretch in September. Hopefully we can continue this momentum into the next couple of series. We'll see Tristan McKenzie on the mound again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for tuning into the series, wanting to keep it alive. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.